women movement is basically creating an environment where women can feel their sense of belongingness, where they are free from social pressures, where they can feel that they are in their own paradise, and also where they can make their own personal decisions and can shine as equal in the society. Any study of women movement will be incomplete without tracing the role, position, and power enjoyed as well as suffered by women through ages. We know a lot of brave women leaders who fought against British rule, such as Sarojini Naidu, Aruna Asaf Ali, Madam Bikaji Kama, Annie Besant, and a lot more. They all have contributed, participated, and led so many movements and called upon people to raise their voice against the evil practices by British colonialism. They also showed us that women are not meant to be confined to the four walls of their house, but are capable of fighting against their enemies and being the part of history with the menfolk. Annie Besant, who was a British woman, supported Indian nationalist movement, led so many movements during freedom struggle in India. Another one, Begum Hasrat Mahal, was a symbol of bravery, patriotism, perseverance, and resistance to British rule. So many others are there, needless to say, the list goes on and on. Women had a pivotal role in pre-independent movements as well as post-independent movements. Let's have a look into some major post-independent movements. Chipko movement. This was not just an event but a landmark in the history of India, where we have seen women in a rare romantic and compelling scene. The women standing with their arms romantic and compelling scene. The women standing with their arms around the trees and roaring to protect them from being cut. It is the poor women of northy hilly areas of India who stood with solidarity and made their voices heard worldwide. This was an important movement to secure human rights in purview of local community, environment, and forest protection was in parallel to enlarging women's rights. There were reasons why did women came in the forefront to fight. They lost the control of cultivation, livestock, children, and other resources as a result of requiring floods and landslides. The women were largely affected as they were in charge of all these. The message of the Chipko workers made a direct appeal to them. They were able to perceive the link between their victimization and a denuding of mountain slopes by commercial interest. Thus, sheer survival made women support the movement. The Progressive Organization of Women. It was organized and then developed in Hyderabad in year 1974. It was a movement towards organizing women against gender oppressive structures in society, namely the sexual division of labor and the culture that rationalized this discrimination. The organization promoted the ideology of equality and opposed the economic dependence of women on men. Towards Equality Report 1974. This was a major landmark for the women's movement. The demographic data reveal the most deplorable condition of women throughout the country. Socio-cultural conditions, the legal provisions and safeguards, economic role played by women in all sectors, women's access to education, political participation, the policies and programs for welfare and development, the impact of mass media, etc. The report also made several recommendations which included stressing the important role of the state and the community in the achievement of gender equality. It highlighted the need for a concerted effort to eradicate oppressive practices such as dowry, polygamy, child marriage, and it emphasized the need for a campaign on legal awareness. Narmada Bacho Andolan is one of its kind of a social movement led by different sections of the society. It has got active contributions of Adivasis, activists, tribals, farmers, and environmentalists, but it is the active and huge participation and engagements of women that has led to the huge success of the movement. Patkar, as one of those faces amongst the section, has led the movement from the front and have led the hunger strike campaigns and peaceful protests to protect the cause and taken the movement to different plane. It was one movement where the movement leadership played a vital role in leading it to success. Nirbhaya movement. It was both brutal and peaceful protest which erupted. The people took their course on the streets to demand justice and to demand security of women, not only in Delhi but all over the country. The brutal gang rape of a girl in the capital and that was not only shocking but shameful. This aroused amongst the people the anger which was waiting to come out. This took the shape of a mass movement all around the nation, and there was demand for stringent laws to punish the perpetrators. The authorities were foxed by the Nirbhaya movement. The large numbers made them wonder that how could such huge number of people join the movement and come on streets giving up their comfort and work. This was for the first time. Probably there was no bar and ideology. People joined in numbers to raise their voice and concern for women and their security. Women movement has played the role of a catalyst awakening the state and society from slumber. Any nation cannot move forward leaving half of its population behind. Patriarchal construct of society cannot become a shackle to women movement. Women power fueled every successful movement in ancient, medieval and modern India. The dream of India to win freedom could not turn reality without the struggle of all those women who faced all the torture by alien government to see India free. Women movement has changed the world and will do it so till the world become perfect.